it is time for a new video, and today is going to be another reading vlog, and it's going to be part 2 of my magical readathon Orilium vlogs.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around.
This is a readathon hosted by G from the Book Roast. She's absolutely wonderful, and her channel is going to be, of course, linked down below. It's just super fun. You know, there are fun prompts, there's a fun map, there's this whole journey in it, and it is quite late in the month at this point. There's like 5 days left in the month now, but I'm ready to do a lot more reading still, and you know, obviously no pressure, but there's a lot of books that I'm excited for, ones that I have started. So let's just quickly talk about like what prompts I still need to do, what books I'm excited for. If you missed part 1, it's going to be linked down below and I'm going to pop it up on the screen. So obviously I talked about a lot of other books there. One book that I actually didn't finish in the last part, but I started it and I mentioned it, that is Lore by Alexandra Bracken. So this is a book that I read for the prompt of a map in the book. This book was amazing. I ended up giving it like something in between 4 and 4.5 stars, and I am not going to talk about it much because not only I talked about it in the last vlog, but it's also a book that I was reading for like a specific reading vlog, so all of my detailed thoughts are going to be in that. I really enjoyed it. If you like Greek mythology and you want it to be like a dangerous, fun, adventurous book with a really great romance as well, you should definitely check this one out. I forgot to take out the list of the prompts. But I'm pretty sure that one main one that I remember is either moon or stars on the cover or in the title. I have 3 options and I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do. So the one that I mentioned before is Hidden Moon by Jeannie, Lynn, and this is a historical romance book. Actually, this one is not for the moon prompt, I just realized. So even though it has moon in the title and on the cover, I wanted to read this for the prompt that is like a book that is a thriller or a mystery. But while I absolutely want to read this book, I think I'm gonna love it and I'm super excited for it, I just kind of want to leave it for October. Like, I don't know, just the cover is giving me major October vibes, and so I think I want to, you know, like save it for then, because I do have 2 other options for the moon and stars. And so the next one that I think I'm probably gonna go with is Hang the Moon by Alexandra Belfler, and this is an adult romance that I have been like not only anticipating. I started this book and I only read like 60 pages, but I already fell in love and I have been procrastinating on reading it literally because I love it so much that I never want it to end. Another option could be The Never Tilting World by Rancho Pekko. I've been trying to finally read some fantasy again and I have heard amazing things about this. Like, I know that it's sapphic, there are goddesses, and honestly I don't need to know anything else, and you can see the moon here. I'm not sure though, because this is a duology and I don't know if I shouldn't like get the second book first and then read both of them, you know, like I need to think about it. One more book that I want to mention that I've started that I'm beyond excited about before I end this update, that is Don't Hex and Drive, I think is the title, by Juliet Cross. So if you saw my last vlog, I read the first book in this series. It's a paranormal romance and it's adult and it's absolutely incredible. Beyond like, oh my god, I absolutely fell in love. Like 5 stars, incredible, new favorite, amazing. And so I started this and I'm loving it as much as the first book. In the very beginning, I was like panicking, like, oh my gosh, what if I don't love it as much as the first book? But while it's really different, it also has just so many of the incredible things that the first book has in a different way that is just equally amazing, and it's just the best thing ever. So if you love adult paranormal romance books, you absolutely need to check these out. They're the perfect mix of like super engaging plot, incredible main characters with wonderful chemistry and a strong emotional connection. There's also like this bunch of witches who are all sisters, and there's just like paranormal vibes all around. Vampires, werewolves, witches, all that good stuff. It is absolutely everything. And so this one is about a witch and a vampire. And it's basically like a shy witch and a flirty vampire who is also just like such a gentleman and like, yes. She basically like runs into him in her car and they get wrapped up in this like mystery case. And that is where the prompt comes in. I was gonna read this just because I loved the first book and I was like, I need to read more. But I thought, I don't know if it is probably a little bit of cheating because it is like a subplot for sure. Like they're trying to figure out what is happening with this mystery and like it's not the main thing. But I do feel like it's a big enough part of the plot that it's not just like one scene, you know? And G did say that like we should adjust the prompts in any ways that just like work for us, and I just do not enjoy mystery books, and so it just would not be fun for me. It's not even something that I think would like be like out of my comfort zone but could be fun. I just really don't think it's for me, so I don't want to read something that I'm not gonna like, you know? Either way, this is just gonna be a lot of fun. I'm super excited, so I'm gonna finally shut up and let's just get straight into the reading vlog.
Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. You and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to you now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to you now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. We can do nothing at all. So what? If you're stupid then you know it's nothing wrong.
It is time for some updates. It is the next day and I have some updates, and I also got a package which I did not expect because it is literally Sunday and I was chilling in my bed reading the book that I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to just unbox this first because, you know, I'm sure that's more exciting than my updates. I was just reading, then my sister brought me this, and apparently like a neighbor picked it up when we weren't home. So I was beyond excited. Like packages are exciting no matter what, but when you like don't expect it, it's just the best surprise ever. So I bought a few things. So I'm not sure which one it is completely, but I know which book was in the first email that they said that like it shipped or something. So if it's that, I'm super excited and I might drop everything I'm reading to read that. So all right. Okay, can't see anything yet. Oh my god, yes. It is the book that I thought, oh my god, it's even, oh my god, it's even prettier in person. That is absolutely stunning. Okay, oh my gosh, so that is After Love by Tanya Byrne. Like, holy shit. This is absolutely stunning, and it's like shiny and beautiful, and I just feel like, you know, like when I saw this, I was like, I need to read this during the fall. It just gave me major fall vibes, and it's a sapphic love story. The main character like dies, but like in the sense, in some kind of like, I guess like a paranormal way that like they're still gonna be together. Like, I don't know at all. Like, I don't know the details. I just feel like, you know, it's just gonna be perfect, and I'm so excited. There's a comic that I haven't told you about, or did I tell you about it? Yeah, I might as well talk about it now. That is Kim Reaper by Sarah something. I forgot the author's name, but it's going to be up on the screen. So this book is a graphic novel that I read yesterday and today, and it is available on Kindle Unlimited. And so I just kind of ran into that there. It looked spooky and fun, and this is another sapphic book. And it's basically about these two girls who go to high school, and one of them has had a crush on the other for ages, and she basically wants to like walk over to her and ask her to hang out. Basically, when that is happening, she accidentally takes a portal, and then she finds out that the other girl is a Reaper, and so that's where it all begins. And I enjoyed it. I think I haven't rated it yet, but I think it's like a 3-star. It was just a super chill, fun, quick read, and I didn't fully love it. I felt like some of the dialogue was a little bit awkward, and I just didn't fully love it, but I did like it, and it was just like a super chill book, and I liked the main characters. So I think I'm gonna read the second volume in October. So that is that. And a book that I absolutely adored is I finished Don't Hex and Drive. And oh my god, this was just absolute perfection, just like the first book. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. I just need you all to read this paranormal romance series. It was just absolutely incredible. It was so fun and steamy and romantic and magical and wonderful and incredible. And one thing that I absolutely love about this book and the first book that I haven't mentioned is that the conflict in the romance, basically, at least in the first and second book, comes from like an external thing that, you know, like there's no dumb argument, there's nothing like between the two of them that stands in their way. It's just kind of like circumstances or something that happens that someone else does, or just different things like that, which is just my absolute favorite type of conflict. Like, I just hate arguing. I hate the feeling of like when the two main characters like argue, or, you know, like even especially if it gets to like a third act breakup, but just anything that like they feel weird around each other, anything like that. I hate that. That worked so well for me, and that just made the books absolutely perfect for me. Like, just, you know, like the final cherry on top, that sometimes it like doesn't usually ruin books for me, because like I understand why people write it. I know some people like it and whatever, but it just like, you know, it leaves a bitter taste in my mouth. And it can still be a 5-star book, and it can still be a favorite, but like there's just that little, you know, like it just isn't it. So these books were just absolutely incredible, and I did order the third book. That is the last one that's out, and that one I haven't gotten a confirmation email for yet, so it's probably gonna come in a while, and I'm just like, I'm so impatient and so excited for it, but at the same time I'm glad that like I won't finish the series already, but there are gonna be other books. And I was super excited. I was like, there is basically this guy and like this potential couple that is absolutely incredible that has appeared in the first 2 books. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need that to be a thing. I need to read their book. And the next one isn't about them, and this one is about them. And so I was just like, oh my gosh, like I need that. Please, I'm begging you. And then I randomly was on Goodreads on the second book's page, and someone asked Juliet Cross like if that person is gonna have their book, and she said yes. So I'm like literally thrilled, and I am really hoping that it is gonna be like in the 4th book, but I do think that there's a high chance. So now I don't know what to do, because I was reading Hang the Moon this morning, and I love it so much, and I do think that I want to read a little bit more of it. But I don't think I want to finish this one yet. So I might just pick up this one because, you know, YOLO. And I just really want to. So I need to think about it. Tonight, I'm probably going to be staying up super late because my mom has to drive my dad to the airport at like 4. And I absolutely would never wake up at 4 because like I go to sleep at like 1, you know? So I basically told her that I'm probably gonna go with her, which means I'm gonna stay up until then, and so I want to get a lot of reading done.
You and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning.
So it is time for an update. It is still the same day, and it could be like 10 p.m. I think. And I'm in a bit of a different spot because, you know, I want to change things up and I'm ready to get some things done. So basically, like I told you, I'm staying up till 4. And so I was thinking I have been wanting to reorganize my shelves and unhaul some books and just like organize my room and decorate for fall for ages. So this is absolutely the perfect opportunity, and so I'm going to bring you along with me. I'm not sure how much I'm going to document the actual like organizing part because there's just like so many spots and angles in my room, even though it's completely tiny. Like I feel like that's the reason. If you have a big room, then it's all just, you know, but here I have to like keep moving around. So we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna show you a little bit of it. I don't personally like unhauls. I am not like the person of like, I want to hear all the tea of why you're unhauling a book, and like, it's just not something I like. I am a very like, I just love to focus on things that I love and enjoy, and it's just like I don't like sharing things that I don't enjoy. Personally, I absolutely don't think there's anything bad with it, but yeah, I just don't, yeah. I did decide to pick up After Love. I just wasn't really sure what book to pick out of all the options that I told you about, because like while I'm super excited to read them, I just, you know, wasn't in the fully best mood for any of them, and so I felt like, you know what, this is just the perfect book that I think is just gonna be the perfect like mood, vibe, everything. I only literally read the prologue. I'm already intrigued, and I think I'm really gonna like this, so I definitely want to read some more of this tonight. The other book that I actually haven't told you about because I completely forgot about it, and it is now literally the only prompt that I technically haven't done. So I wrote everything down, and when I wrote it down, basically everything I've read, I can somehow put it together so that it works for all of the prompts except for the one that is like a school setting. So technically, like a few of the books that I read did like have a school setting in some scenes, but I feel like that doesn't really count, and so this one literally has school in the title, and I forgot the name. But it's like the Mistwick School of like music craft, I don't know, something like that, by Jessica Curry. I'm of course gonna have it on the screen. Again, it has school in the title, and the main character basically wants to go to this like super cool magical musical school, and that is all that I know, and I'm excited to read it. In my last vlog, I read Another Middle Grade by Jessica, and I enjoyed it, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna jump into this. Also, actually, one more thing before I leave. The thing that I wanted to tell you about that is a little bit random, but I feel like some of you will be interested, and that is, for the first time, I lit up my Woodwick candle. I have never used a Woodwick candle before. I have heard multiple people talk about it on BookTube, and I was super intrigued, and then I found out that they have the Woodwick brand at my like local Yankee Candle stores. So I only got Yankee candles before, and then some just like random candles that I found in random stores. And so I saw this there, and I have no idea if I just like didn't notice before, if it's a new thing, I don't know, but I found it. I was super excited, and the flavor or scent that I got is white honey, and I just wasn't sure because like I kind of wanted like a fall candle, but then I was like, I maybe could make it like, I wasn't sure if I didn't want it to be like both fall and Christmas, because like while I would love to have multiple, I just, like, in that moment, I didn't want to buy multiple, and so, I don't know, I just didn't know what I was doing, and so I ended up picking this because I just felt like it's a really cozy, sweet, nice scent that can both work for fall and winter. So yeah, and so I lit it up. I was intrigued because with woodwick candles, you can hear this crackling sound, and that's why so many people love it, and so I just had to try it. And it's a little louder than I expected, but I think I'm really gonna love it. Like, once I get used to it, I think it's gonna be amazing because I hate silence. And sometimes, like, any kind of like music or some kind of background can get like too overwhelming. And so this, I feel like, is gonna be perfect once I adjust to it, and like, you know, so super excited. Definitely want to get more scents now. That is a super random thing that I wanted to share with you, and I'm gonna shut up now and let's go organize some books.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not.
It is time for some updates. I hope this lighting is okay. I feel like hopefully it is not too bad. But this is how these two shelves are looking. I still need to put together this one. I don't think I'm gonna change it just yet, but there are just some books that I took out for videos that I need to put back up. But I'm gonna, like, you know, take the camera, turn it around to properly show you. But I took off some books that I think I'm gonna, like, super quickly show to you, but I'm gonna need to, like, change the angle again to be able to, like, yeah. But anyways, I'm not, like, in love with the shelves the way they are right now. I do feel like I could unhaul more books, but again, I've never done it before, and it does feel kind of scary. So I just kind of, for now, want to unhaul the books that I'm really sure about and just let myself think about it for a while before I decide on the rest. But it did give me some more space, and I do feel like it's more functional, and like, I don't hate it, I think. So let's just, I didn't change that much with these two shelves. I feel like they definitely look pretty much the same, and it's definitely like a little bit of a mess, you know, obviously. Like, I just don't really have the chance to make it like aesthetic. I just need it to be functional, so I just want to quickly like explain it and, you know, show you. So I do love this little part here. I feel like the colors are super nice, and I put some books there that just before didn't fit anywhere else. And here, I just don't love the colors. And then this, I know it looks like shit, but hear me out. I just do not have the space for anything else to do here, and I need a lot of space, so this is just the only solution I have for now. And these are some books that I love that I just really want to read soon, and also just some books that, like, the size is too big and I can't really put them anywhere else. So that is just kind of like the solution for now. I mean, it's better than it was before, because like my table is finally gonna have some space, so that was my main goal. Here are some of the books that I want to unhaul, so if anyone is interested, I'm just gonna super quickly mention some of them. So for example, this one is some kind of a thriller that I don't even know why I got it. I don't like thrillers. This one I'm just like no longer interested in. I've never read it. Same with Zenith. More happy than not. I don't think it's a bad book, but I do think someone else is gonna enjoy it more, because it was not for me. Then we have some books here. This one I read, it wasn't for me, never gonna read it again. Carry On, I loved it when I first read it, but I don't know. I just don't really like it anymore. That is what we're working with.
You got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Like we can do nothing at all. So what, if you're stupid then you know there's nothing wrong. But you and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how.
Hi everyone, so it is time for an update, and this is probably going to be my last update for the video. I wasn't planning on that, but reading the past few days has been really weird. The last time I talked to you was like Sunday, I think, and it's Thursday now, so today is actually September 30th, and so that is the last day of the readathon. I have some reading updates, and I did accomplish the last prompt that was missing, so we're gonna get to that. But I just feel I wouldn't call it a reading slump, because like at this point I don't feel like I get into a normal person's kind of reading slumps, because like I have a reading problem at this point. I just can't live without reading, and I just like don't want to ever not read, and but I do get moments when I feel really stuck and like indecisive and I just have no idea what I want to read. I feel like you could already see it kind of in this vlog that, like I started reading so many things, and while I love reading multiple books at a time and I don't think I can do it any other way, sometimes it just goes a little bit too far, and I just feel like I read like 50 pages of 5 things and I feel like I'm not reading anything, if that makes sense. But yes, so I hate doing this, but I finished only one book since I last talked to you. But I also need to like relax. Like, yes, I am a reading machine and I love reading, but I still think that because of that, I sometimes put a little bit too much pressure on myself to, like finish everything that I start in a vlog, and I need to calm down about that. So please tell me if you don't mind when I start talking about a book and I don't finish it in one video. So I would love to hear someone tell me, because I don't know if my own voice is enough. Anyways, let's talk about reading. So the one thing that I did finish is the Mistwick School of Music Craft. I don't know why that title is so hard for me to remember, but yes, I finished that one. And so the only prompt that I didn't do is that like a school setting or something, and so this one has a school setting. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned the book to you, but I didn't really tell you much about it. So the main character, Amelia, I think, she basically wants to desperately go to this school, which is this like prestigious school that you have to like audition for and everything, and she desperately wants to go there and play the flute. And the way that the magic works is basically that like you play music and that's how you create magic, which I think is super cool. I've never seen it anywhere else. I adore music, and like that is just something that I think is super cool. And so she wants to go to this school because her mom used to go there and she passed away, and so she feels like that's gonna like make her feel more connected to her mom. And so she desperately wants to go there, and she messes up her audition. And then she ends up going to this school because a girl who has her name basically was supposed to go there, but then she died, and so she kind of like accidentally took her place. And yeah, that's where it all begins, and I enjoyed it. I didn't completely love it, unfortunately, but I do think that partially it's just because of the weird reading mood that I've been in, and because I kind of put a little bit pressure on myself to finish it before the end of the month, because like I would have been really sad if I didn't do just like one prompt out of all of them. And yeah, but I still enjoyed it. If you like middle grade adventures and just like fantasy that is easy to process, quick to read, and cool magical music and all of that, then I think you could enjoy this. It did give me some vibes of Amari and the Night Brothers in the sense of like how the magic and the school worked a little bit, but Amari and the Night Brothers is a book that I just adore. It's one of my favorites, and this book didn't just reach quite that level, but maybe you could still give it a try if you like Amari and the Night Brothers. Then when it comes to the physical books, I, of course, as always, have been struggling a little bit, but I did make some progress and I am super excited to keep reading them and finish them, but I just, was not in the right mind space. I did actually start The Candle and the Flame by Nafisa Azad, and I got to page 94, so very close to 100, which feels pretty solid to me. That's like, yes, I'm actually reading this. So I definitely want to finally keep reading this, and this is a YA fantasy. I think I'm going to talk more about the physical books in like some upcoming vlogs, because I want to do a lot of like fall themed cozy vlogs, which is probably like it's gonna be super similar to this, but like I'm actually gonna go hard with the fall vibes, and I feel like this book does have fall vibes to me, like the color scheme of the cover a little bit, and just like fantasy for some reason feels super cozy to me. So yeah, super excited to read this. I've heard nothing but amazing things. I don't really have any thoughts just yet. I am intrigued, and that's pretty much the only thing. Like I'm not feeling super connected to the story, but I'm also not feeling like disconnected, if that makes any sense. But I'm excited to get back to this and read this one. When it comes to Hang the Moon, I got to page 88, so also close to 100, and I just love this book so much. And I think that like I really need to just like let myself read it, because like I told you, I've been kind of procrastinating on it, and I just need to immerse myself into it, because I think that like savoring it is amazing, and it's like I appreciate it so much when I can kind of savor a book instead of just flying through it. But I've been literally just avoiding it and not letting myself enjoy it for no reason. So I'm just like, I think this weekend I'm just gonna, maybe even tomorrow, I'm just gonna dive into this and just maybe read the whole book. We'll see. But if you love adult romance, then you need to check this one out. And the last book is the newest one that I got, which is After Love. And with this one, I only read 34 pages, but I do know a little bit more about it now. So I'm a little bit confused still, but like, it's basically like there's kind of like this prologue that shows one of the main characters being this like kind of magical being who helps people like move from the living world to the world of the dead. And then we get back in the past, and I think it's going to follow like the way that I don't know if it's like they're going to become friends or they're already going to fall in love. I don't know. But then one of them is going to pass away, or both of them. I haven't gotten to that point. And then, I don't know if they're going to be together in the afterlife. I really have no idea, but I'm super intrigued, and I'm actually super excited that I get to read this in October. So as you can see, I'm all falled up. I know that's not a word, but it's fine. And I'm gonna decorate some more for fall. I'm just really excited for my plans for content. And yeah, so I hope this vlog was fun. I'm sorry if I if it was a little bit all over the place, but I hope you still enjoyed it. If you made it this far in the video, leave a leaf emoji down below, because again, check out G's channel, check out the first part to these vlogs if you haven't yet, and have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you soon in another video. Bye.